All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the elders of Great Millstone who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations be unto the Akim out here pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, fall upon your houses. This is the brother Quanawath come back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson through spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Lord will. It is edifying, Lord will. It is straight to the point. And in this lesson, right, I ultimately want to speak on the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, avenging the elect of the nation of Israel, which Lord will, I myself, as well as my family, my brothers and their families, right, can be a part of the elect. But we need Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to avenge us, man, because we are currently in the most wicked and evil rulership that has ever been established, right, under the Edomite rulership, you know, and he has forwarded wickedness in the earth, you know, at an all-time high, right? We read in Amos, the 9th chapter, the 8th verse, that the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, which is here in America, right? Starts with here in America, right? The epicenter of evil and wickedness in the earth, you know, and then you know, goes out to the rest of the nations. But as you look out into the world and you see these different videos and articles of all this different, you know, these different things that are taking place, we see that this is the most wicked and evil generation there is. You know, scriptures say that wrong judgment proceeded. So as we continue to walk on this path and continue to go against the grain of the way to which the world is moving, right, we're constantly being, you know, done wrong. We're constantly receiving, as they say in the world, right, the short end of the stick, you know, when in reality, it's just because this world is so wicked, right? The law, statute, commandments of the Heavenly Father Yahweh through his only beloved begotten Son are not being pushed and forwarded in the earth. You know, so, you know, we receive, again, the short end of the stick a lot more often, right, than we, you know, get the good end. You know, and it shouldn't be like that, man. You know, this shit is vexing, right? This shit is it's irritating, you know. But soon Yahweh Shem Shai is going to avenge us, man. Lord will, again, Lord will we be a part of the elect, right? The Lord is going to avenge us real soon, man. You know, we have all the different signs that are happening and taking place, right, currently in the world, you know, that let us know that we're at the end, right? Isaiah 29:6, 2nd Ezra to 9th chapter, Matthew's, you know, the 24th chapter, Luke 21, right? We have all the different signs, right, that Yahweh Shai, you know, gave us and equipped us with, right, so that we can look, you know, and again identify the times that we are in, you know. So let me jump to, you know, my first precept, Salakia, for, you know, the long introduction. But this is Luke 18 and verse 1 KJV. It says parables on prayer, right? It said he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. And we should be constantly praying, you know. We should be constantly, you know, as the elder apostle Rakah, you know, has said many times, right? Brothers have reiterated it, right? Keep your medicine strong, which is our prayer, right? Constantly be in prayer. Scriptures say to pray without ceasing, right? Prayer ultimately proves your faith in the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and his only beloved begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, right? So constantly be praying, man. You know, part of those prayers is throwing curses on this place, you know, in hopes that Yahweh Shem Shai will continue to shorten the days and speed the time up. All right, verse 2, it says, saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not the Most High, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of my adversaries. And ultimately, right, the Israelites, right, starting with the elect, are that widow, right? And that judge is ultimately the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, you know? And we're constantly crying unto the Lord, It says, and he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not the Most High, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And see, as you read in Isaiah, the 62nd chapter, right, starting at verses 6 and 7, it tells you to give Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai no rest, right? To make Jerusalem a praise in the earth, roughly paraphrasing. And see, this is something that we're constantly doing in the spirit, man. Praying to the Lord as we, go out and deal with the world and are constantly vexed and constantly, frustrated, with the way the world that is running. Hey, we ultimately turn that into, prayers, man. We turn that vexation, we turn those sorrows and we turn them into prayers, right? Praying to the Lord that he, ultimately make these things right? Avenge us, right? It says, and the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth? And he's going to find faith in the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Right? 2/3 of our people got to die on this side because they want to continue to follow after the ways of the wicked, which, right, with Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. We know the wicked, right, is Esau, Edom, Malachi 1 and 4. Who are the Edomites? It's the self-proclaimed so-called white man today, right? And since he's been in power, right, wickedness, continues to be forwarded in the earth, so 2/3 of our people want to follow in that direction. So they're going to ultimately receive, judgment, punishment, right, for following the wicked. But see, all those different nations that have, ultimately gotten of the spoils of the nation of Israel, right, especially Esau, Edom, right, they're going to have to pay, man. Even though we're under the captivity of Esau, Edom, right, he's the one that's on top. He's the one that's in control of the world as of right now, right? The rest of the heathens still treat us like shit, man, right? You got Jake through the diaspora, right? They've been scattered into these different nations, right? Throughout the generations began to look like those nations that they've been scattered in, right? But yet to the lineage of their father, they're still Israelites, and they're being treated like shits too, man, right? Wherever they are, even though they look like those nations, right? It's a it's a spiritual thing, man. Still being treated like shit. We're in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations, we're in the lowest places, wherever we are, right? Whatever we look like, we're still treated like shit, man. As a nation, the offscouring of the earth, right? The refuse, the dregs, if you will, right? That's how we're viewed, right? As a nation of people. But soon Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is going to vindicate us, right? Because when you go into that word avenge, right? Let's grab it.
Strong's G 1557. Ekdekesis.
Right. It says a revenging, vengeance, punishment, right? It says with respect to 2 Corinthians 7:11, meting out of justice, doing justice to all parties, right? It says the word has, however, the sense of requital, right? And carries with it etymologically the sense of vindication, right? I also have it pulled up right here in the online etymology, right? So like, right, when you look at it on the online etymology, it says avenge, vindicate by inflicting pain or evil on the wrongdoer, right? So you Edomites, right? Really all you nations, man, all you heathen nations, y'all got a lot coming to y'all, man, because of the innocent bloodshed, because of the constant wrongdoing, the constant wickedness being pushed in the earth. You have a lot to pay for, and Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is going to do it for us, right? Scriptures tell us not to take vengeance in our own hands, and we're not going to, right? Scriptures say to wait upon the Lord till he rise up to the prey. We gonna wait till Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai takes vengeance, man. Because it's going to be a hell of a lot more powerful, a lot more deadly, and it's going to last longer than any kind of punishment we as men can inflict on you heathens. Right? The Lord's going to put his spirit upon us to afflict y'all, man. Which means the Lord is gonna exact vengeance upon y'all, man. You fucking heathens, man. Y'all gotta go. Right? Even 2/3 of our people, right? We still deal, with shit from 2/3 of our people, man. You niggas gotta go too, man. But this is what we're waiting for, man. We're waiting for that vindication. We're waiting for, that salvation. And it's coming soon. Right? We ain't gotta wait too much longer. It's coming soon. Just continue to, watch, be on your guard. Continue to pray. Right? Constantly be praying, man. Constantly, what does it say? It's give him no rest. Right? As many prayers as you can, man. As many as is on your spirit to, put as many as you can on, man, up, man. Right? Prayers to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And make sure you're throwing curses on this place, man. Constantly be throwing curses upon Babylon the Great, right? And the wicked. Right? So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua can continue to speed the downfall of this place up, man. But that's all I got. It was just ultimately on my spirit, man, to, and soon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to avenge us, man. So with that, Lord wills, edifying Lord wills, straight to the point, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rachak Kodash, the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the elders, great millstone. Till next time, I say Shalom.